Hello, welcome back to Everyway Woman. Now, Michelle, you are a very spicy, hot Latina woman.
Oh, well, thank you.
But you are a working woman. So you're not really necessarily the traditional, Latina woman. So now how does your family give you pressure? How do you feel about not being so traditional?
Well, the thing for me is that I'm what you call, well, I like to call it a work-at-home mom. I run my own, I run my own website. I just launched an online boutique. I TV host on the side. So even though I'm home with the baby, which seems very traditional, I'm doing a lot of non-traditional things. So, I'm not really like the typical, I think you would think of Latin woman. My mom, for instance, I would say she broke certain stereotypes. She always had a job. But my mom's also always had dinner on the table, woke up extra early to make sure to pack my dad a lunch. Probably things I wouldn't do for my poor husband.
You're already at home.
He's not Americanized.
He's not as lucky. We split the cooking. I do not wake up to make him anything for lunch. He's a big boy. He can do it himself. So I think in a lot of ways, I broke in certain stereotypes. I was also the first one in my family to graduate from college. And I think in a way my mom broke that too because she really pushed education
Michelle,
for
let me
us.
ask you this. We were talking and there was a statement made by a producer that she met a Latino lady, and the Latino lady told her, my daughter doesn't need to learn English because she's going to be a housewife. Give me what's your thoughts on that?
Well, I think that if you live in the United States, you should definitely learn English.
Exactly.
What a disservice.
Yeah, that's abusive.
When I saw this was going to be a topic, I went on some of the Latino blogs to see what people were talking about, and there seemed to be a lot of stifled people that they really felt the pressure from themselves and from others that they had to be able to cook really well, they had to be able to clean, and they had to be a good mother, and that was it. And a lot of people, were trying, they seemed like they were really trying to do that, but they were really unhappy doing that.
Now, do you think, Charlotte, that they were unhappy because they've come to a country where opportunities are endless, and so a new world is open, or what do you think was the cause
I think
of
it
that?
could be a mixture. I think it depends on the person.
And also, too, if you see with the internet and everything, all the women everywhere are doing an uprise. Because now, because of the internet, fortunately, we can all see what everybody else is doing.
That's true.
And it's making such a huge difference. And how horrible would it be you're here and you can see all the opportunities that a woman has, but your family doesn't allow you to do anything? Well, I think that's abusive.
Even if you're just a housewife, as this person was telling the producer, if she's going to have children here in the United States, how could she not learn English? She needs to know what's going on in their schools. She needs to be able to help them with homework, communicate with their teachers.
Call the police.
You say it's a joke, but you don't know with kids and teenagers, you never know what could happen. And to not learn English, it's dangerous to a certain degree.
I take offense to that statement, housewife, because I think if you make the decision to stay home and take care of your family and raise your children, that's probably one of the most rewarding jobs.
And that's why
too about this. About being a traditional Latina.
Well, I see, soy tica from Costa Rica, but I mean that because I think that traditional piece, we may be getting away from that. Like you said, and I love what you use. You have your position at home, but you're not necessarily cooking and cleaning. Do you think you would ever make that decision, or do you think that would take something away from who you are as a woman?
Well, I clean because I am kind of a neat freak. I'm OCD about that. But the cooking, I don't like to cook, which is probably very non-traditional for a Latin woman. You would think a Latin woman loves to cook, but I actually,
well, we know whose
I
house
despise.
We're not going to go to.
My husband,
no,
very smart. I married a man who cooks well. He can cook really great. So
thank you.
She read her invitation away.
All right, we'll be right back.